I call Peter Paraoni.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker, ara tēnā tātou e te wharene. Engari mua te haere tonu waku kōrero o te kaupapa nei. E te hona au ki tēnā koutou I tuake I mui au. Ki te mihi I tēnā o tōku whanau. Aha koa e horakau a hau e hihiana ki te haka he tā koutou kōrero he karanga atu ki aia he rangatira. Horakau he raru ki tēnā. Engari ki a mātou I roto o Ngāti Hine. He pononga a te iwi. Nā reira e edima. Haere hoki atu. Hoki atu koe ki ngā kōiwi o tāua mātua tūpuna. Ko pau ke ngā mamaitanga o tēnei ao kei runga I a koe. Kei runga ngā taimahatanga kei a mātou e muri nei. Nā reira e kara te pononga o te iwi, haere hoki atu. E tātou māka hoki mai ki a tātou I te kaupapa I mui a tātou I te rānei. Ka nui te hari, te koa o te ngākau, I kite atu tēnei kaupapa I puta mai I te wharene. Nā reira, tēnā koutou. First of all, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to acknowledge the Minister and the fine gesture she made after making her presentation, joining our chairman of the Maori Affairs Select Committee, which is really an example of the collegiality which members of the Maori Affairs Select Committee share with one another, albeit that we sit on opposite sides of this House, that when we are considering matters that come before the Maori Affairs Select Committee, there is that collegiality which obviously, because other people have made comment, may not necessarily be exercised in other select committees. And so I want to acknowledge the Minister for that. I also want to acknowledge the Minister for her commitment in seeing this bill through in a timely manner, taking on board the commitment to carry out a wider review of the Act and of the machinations of the board. Because for me, I felt that a lot of the concerns that the board had were already known to the officials, and I know that a number of members of the board felt that those issues, those concerns could have been added to this bill. However, I take the Minister on her word, and notwithstanding the comments made by the Honourable member from Tainui Waikato about her reference to the legislative program, I feel confident that the concerns that we expressed in the Maori Affairs Select Committee process will certainly be addressed in the wider review. Mr. Chairman, Waitangi is being described as the most significant historical place in our country. And it is a privilege of mine to be, first of all, a member of the Trust Board responsible for the maintenance and care of the estate, and to also chair it. And I know that my membership of the board may have caused some disquiet, some concern within other members of the House. But I want to reassure both them and this House that in order to retain that sense of integrity, to ensure that there would be no accusation of conflict of interest or patch protection, that I did not participate in casting votes in terms of the decisions made by the Select Committee, and I also stood down as chairman of the board during the discussions with the board and with officials concerning this act. So I'm pleased to be able to report that to the House. But I want to say, sir, that the board has a very important responsibility. And in recent years, it has adopted the position that its responsibility should not be just confined to the care and maintenance of the estate, but it had a responsibility to ensure that the history of Waitangi was shared amongst our fellow New Zealanders. And as the member from the Green Party alluded to, the number of New Zealanders who have not visited Waitangi. And I suppose, sir, that there are various reasons for that, and the Honourable Member Judith Collins made reference to that. And as I hear such comments, I feel a little bit annoyed, and I'm not annoyed at her, but the assumption that that part of Waitangi is allied to the treaty grounds. And in fact, those of us from the north know that it's almost like two separate worlds, two different planets. However, that is the perception that many of our fellow citizens have of Waitangi. And so this bill looks at not only looking at the structure of the membership, but also looks at increasing the representation of those Maori families. And I must say that it has been a real privilege and a pleasure to represent the families of those four tupuna. But I want to make this comment. In terms of the particular family that I descend from, and this is a question that has always bothered me. Mahi Kawiti is the son, or one of the sons, of Te Ruki Kawiti of Ruapekapeka war fame. Mahi, his claim, or not, it's not a claim, but his part in history was that every time his fellow tribesmen cut down the flagstaff, he promptly put it up. Now, Mahi is the son of Te Ruki, and one has to ask the question, why would you put the son ahead of the father? Now, to this date, no one has been able to tell me why. And perhaps there may have been a confusion in terms of the descent, because when the original Act was discussed in the second and third readings, Sir Apirana Ngata referred to Te Riri Mahi as the grandson of Mahi. In fact, he was the son. So I don't know. But Mr. Speaker, I just want to confirm that New Zealand First will certainly be supporting this, this bill. We look forward to the committee stages, and I can't see too many difficulties during that process, but we certainly look forward to seeing it be enacted, although I'll be personally affected, but that's something that I certainly support. And just as a closing remark, I just want to tell those who are already lining up to become members of the board, we don't pay a fee. And I just want to say that the admission costs that we've imposed on visitors has caused some disquiet amongst our fellow citizens. And I'm anticipating that during the wider review of the Act, that some consideration will be given to an annual gratuity from government to the board along the lines of Te Papa. Nā reira I roto au hakaro, Tēnā koutou, kia ora mano tātou.
Kia ora.